Hello, and welcome to the Loveology podcast, where we talk about love and life with laughter. I'm Ashley.
And I'm Jason.
He's the carefree one.
She's the serious one.
And we're married.
We have been since 2012, and we like to think of ourselves as a couple of loveologists.
Not because we are the experts, but because we just love love.
We enjoy studying and talking about it, so we thought, let's just start a podcast.
A place where we can share what we have learned about love, relationships, and marriage.
You can share what you've learned, and we can all grow together.
So here we are. Are you ready?
Let's get started. What's going on? Another episode of Loveology Podcast. Hey, we are here. I hope y'all are there, because if you are, that means you're listening. Hey, how y'all doing? What's up, babe? How you doing?
I'm well.
Feeling good? Smiles look beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, you ready for this week here?
Jason is so his love language is such just words of affirmation. Like,
well, that's what it is. You know, physical touch too.
Yes,
but I can't physically touch you and do this podcast properly. So you just never know.
Yeah.
Hope y'all doing all right, man. We are here. We have an announcement to make. We do? Yeah.
Oh.
My wifey is presenting. She's pushing out her documentary titled Promised Land.
Mm-hmm.
And that is coming out this week. So if you can just go to YouTube right now, go to YouTube right now and type in Loveology Podcast Promised Land,
mm-hmm.
and you will see that it'll be premiered Wednesday, July 1st, 6 p.m. Well, it's actually 6:15 p.m. Pacific, 8:15 Central, and 9:15 Eastern.
Oh, I'm so confused.
Just go on Loveology Podcast on YouTube and find Promised Land, and just click the reminder button so you can be reminded when we debut it, which will be this Wednesday.
Yes, and if you want to learn more about that, check out our previous bonus episode.
For sure.
What was it called? Promised Land, how Black farmers lost their land.
Yes.
So that's what it's about. Check out that episode and you can get more details.
For sure. Yeah. So shout out to my wifey for that. Good job, baby girl. Good job.
Shout out to my hubby for being very supportive.
Well, that's what I do.
Hopefully soon we can talk about have another couple on about the importance of supporting each other.
Yeah, and for all you couples out there that want to jump on a Loveology podcast, shoot us an email.
Yeah,
let us know. We would like to hear your story, so we can possibly put together an episode and have you guys on.
Right.
We can do this virtually. I know COVID-19 is going on, but we can do it. So email us at loveologypodcast@gmail.com. And we'll be waiting on you. Hey.
Yeah.
So what are we talking about today? Love.
Well, since we have been dealing with COVID-19 for 4 months now?
4 years.
And how we feel about this? Everybody just out partying, but now they were out partying.
It's the second wave now.
And now it's surging again everywhere.
Yeah.
So we just don't know how long this is lasting, or what if it never goes away? What if we just all kind of felt like it was gonna go away, but what if it never goes away?
Well, I don't know, babe. I it's mixed. It's mixed. It's just mixed out there,
Yeah.
So it is what it is. Some people saying that let's just take cover and let it blow over, and then some people saying that, hey, this is not as serious as what everybody's making it out to be. Mm-hmm. The actual numbers are lower than the flu. While we don't shut down for the regular flu, but we shut down for this. So it's just a lot of things going on. It just seems kind of odd that when people go out and protest, because initially it was the more conservative people protesting with their guns on the state capitol. Mm-hmm. It seemed like things started to open up and kind of relaxing a little bit. And then when this race stuff started to happen, then it said, hey, COVID-19 is here again.
Well, they're just saying it's okay. Well, we don't know. So
yeah, so I'm just saying it's just different right. thoughts about it.
So basically, people may be experiencing burnout.
For sure.
After being locked inside for I didn't feel like it was locked inside. I really didn't have like the worst experience, but I know that for a lot of people, it's been really, 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 really difficult.
Well, you and I was in the Navy, so it was kind of trained for this type of stuff.
Yeah, I told some of my friends, like, I don't know, like 1 month into this thing, they were just really upset. And I was like, try being on a ship in Iraq. It's not even a bed. It's a bunk bed with a third.
Yeah, imagine a bunk bed, a small, not even that tall bunk bed.
Yes.
And then it has a third bunk bed in the middle of those two.
Try that out.
But you can't even like sit up.
Right.
It's crazy.
Try that. Try working 17 hours a day and like being on the ocean for 2 months without seeing land, and just like going to work and coming back and laying in your rack and going to work. Yeah, this is a piece of cake, Yeah. So, but now I'm just like, I was telling Jason yesterday, I was like, I need to go somewhere. I need to do something. I'm a little tired now. Like even the strong get weary, you know what I mean? So I'm definitely feeling it now. So yeah, we just wanted to talk about how if you are experiencing burnout, hopefully you're not, but if you are, how you can deal with this as a couple.
Hey.
Some tips on if you're experiencing it. It's totally understandable if you are, right?
So how let's get these tips. What is burnout, babe?
Okay, what is burnout? Okay, I looked up the definition, and it is exhaustion of physical or emotional strength or motivation, usually as a result of prolonged stress and frustration. So we've been under some prolonged stress
and frustration.
Yes. We did another episode called Stress, the Silent Relationship Killer. Can't remember which number it is, but check that out. We kind of talked about some things that like ways people may behave, your partner may behave if they are stressed, and offer some tips on kind of how to deal with that. But this episode is going to be about how to do it together. Right. Okay, so I read an article. It was actually put out February 13, 2019, so long before the pandemic, but it definitely, rings true now. It's from thrivingglobal.com, and the article is called Burnout Can Damage Your Relationship, but these small changes can help. So, sometimes people think like small. I've found in my experience of like trying to give people advice, sometimes they think when you give them like small advice that that's like, I need something more than that. But actually sometimes no, like it's small little things that can make a tremendous amount of difference. So like this is really random, but we were having a problem with Jason's clothes being on the floor. and I realized, I looked at it and said, oh, these are his like dry cleaning clothes, which he doesn't want to put in like the regular hamper because those are more soiled possibly than.
Well, I just don't want them to get washed in the wash machine
and that too
kind of wear that, mess up my polo shirts. Right. You know what I'm saying?
You want them to be dry clean, so you want to keep them separate.
And I want to keep them, extend the life.
Right. Exactly. And so, but they were ending up on the floor, and I hadn't like really looked at what the problem was, and like, oh my God, all I had to do was just go get a hamper. This is Jason's dry cleaning clothes.
Yep.
Ta-da!
Magically is better.
Yeah, it's like this one little simple thing, and now we're like able to keep clothes off the floor. It's amazing. You know what I mean?
Right.
So yeah, that was just, I don't know, an example I thought of. So one of these things that the article said, which I think is really important, is that they said that stress can create a negative interpretive filter, meaning it can filter how you view everything around you, even in other settings. So if you had a bad day at work, you can take the dark cloud with you into your home, and it will affect how you interpret your partner's behavior. So because you're stressed, like...
I sure been through that.
Yes. So
that's me. I'm the one that had the dark cloud.
Oh yes. I'm not gonna give you the example that I'm thinking about, but for sure, like, so it just affects the way that you view things, and you maybe get mad at your partner when it's not even that. Like you're interpreting it like wrong simply because you're stressed. So I thought that was a big deal. So you ready for the tips?
Give me the tips, baby.
The first tip is to get...
I thought you were talking about some rib tips, man. I'm hungry.
Oh, my gosh.
Go ahead.
The first one is to get physical.
What do you mean? Let me get physical. What you talking about, baby?
Physical affection and eye contact can have proven benefits for couples' well-being, especially in the face of stress. These 3 actions can help you tap into them. So here's the first action. Look into your partner's eyes.
Hey.
Seriously.
Step number 1. I like these steps. Turn off the lights.
Oh, gosh. Studies suggest
light a candle.
Jason. We just looking into the eyes.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, okay. I thought we do that first and then look into the eyes. You know
No.
Okay.
Oh, well, I guess either way, whatever.
Okay.
Studies suggest that the bonding hormone oxytocin rises when people share prolonged gaze. Me and Jason tried to share prolonged gaze last night, and we are just so goofy and silly that, like, I started asking silly questions, and I don't know, you made your eye do something crazy.
She died laughing.
I don't know why it was so funny to me, but hey, that was a good stress reliever. Like some tears came out because I was crying, laughing so hard.
Right.
So maybe it was supposed to be more sensual, but I don't.
No, it wasn't.
I don't know. Does this have to be a sensual thing? I don't know.
Oh, you talking about? Oh, I thought you talking about what we did last night because it wasn't.
Because it wasn't. No.
Yeah, it was just goofy. But yeah, maybe it should be more sensual or whatever. Just relieves the stress from you. And I think laughing with some tears coming out your eyes, I think that did the kick.
Yeah.
Yeah, did the trick.
Yeah, so yeah, it definitely. I don't know. I think I had read this and I was like, "Listen, me and Jason, we haven't just gazed into each other's eyes. It feels weird."
I be trying to. You don't be.
Yeah, you do sometimes. I'm like, Jason, what are you doing?
Let me admire my baby. You're beautiful.
Hold hands. Mm-hmm. Research shows that holding your partner's hand can make you perceive less pain.
Is this step 2 or what? You just
I'm
hands.
sorry.
Like what?
Yes,
we're moving hold on. Hands now.
Yes, this is still with the getting physical part. Hold hands. Definitely during my labor,
yes,
my labors,
the labors
that I did not have any. What is it called? Oh goodness, the medicine,
the needle in your back.
Yes, I did not take that. What is the name of it? Okay, well, yes, you guys know what we're talking about. I did not take that. I did not take any pain medicine, so I was in a lot of pain. And Jason would just hold my hand, and it helped, to get me through the pain. So, what is the third one? Don't underestimate the power of a hug. Jason is just so touchy feely. Like I said, we did another episode.
Love, man.
It is
straight from the Lord.
Yes. So we did another episode about opposites attract and the fact that Jason and I are opposite in a lot of ways, but we have very complementary things.
It's like we're opposite, but we're highly compatible.
Yes.
It's crazy.
Yeah, because it's like the things that we're opposite on is very complementary, right? Check that episode out for sure. But Jason is just very touchy-feely and I'm not, right? So, we just don't have.
After 7 years, I've been breaking her down.
Yeah, a little bit. I hug a little bit longer now and all this other stuff. So yes, we don't have a problem with this because, like, I just accept that he needs a hug. Now, if I was resistant to it, then we would have problems. But luckily, like, we get.
I'm gonna take my hug.
Yes, luckily we don't have any issues because Jason is just constantly hugging me. He hugged me this morning. We always hug each other. We hug each other a lot. So yeah, definitely you've made me more touchy feely because before I'm like, don't hug me, get away. Like
that's the touch of the Lord. Trying to give you blessings.
But even as with babies, when you have babies and learn about like their development and stuff, physical touch is very important to babies and their development.
For sure.
And it is for us. Any relationship, right? So no, this so that wraps up the get physical part. They didn't say anything about.
We went fast on the get physical. We ain't got no more steps on the get physical.
No, but I'm sure that doing the do,
Oh, okay.
I'm sure that will help.
Say nothing about it.
Yeah.
Dang.
I mean, I think that even when you have an intense conversation with someone, reaching out and touching their hand or something like that, I think we naturally do it kind of as humans when someone is really sad. That may be a moment that to kind of like reach out and touch their hand to console them. And I think even if you're having an intense argument, maybe that could be something that can, soften the walls,
might make the walls harder when they reach out and touch them with their hand, slap them.
Don't touch
ladies,
me.
keep your hands to yourself. Fellas, for sure, keep your hands to yourself.
But it's interesting that sometimes when you're mad, you don't want to be touched because it's like maybe you know that it's gonna soften
it's
you
gonna
up.
it's gonna calm you down.
Yeah.
That's why they say makeup sex is great because it's like it's all the passion, and then once you're over with, y'all can talk about it.
Well, I thought you were supposed to talk about it first and then
I don't know.
makeup sex.
Maybe I don't know. I think some people go at it and then they talk about it.
Yeah.
They be mad.
Well, sometimes that's not good. Sometimes they never get around to talking about it.
No, they talk about it because they feel good afterwards.
I guess. Okay.
Let's hear from you guys. We're going to hear from you on Wednesday. We're going to have a live discussion. I want to know, how do you have makeup sex? But go for it, babe.
Okay. The next tip was cut your partner some slack. Yeah?
Yeah.
Individuals can be aware that they're behaving differently because they're stressed out, but it's hard for them to stop. I understand.
Okay.
Like, yeah, it's just like, I'm just stressed out. Like, I don't know why I'm doing this.
Right.
Right. Well, I know I'm doing it because I'm stressed, but I don't know how to stop.
Right.
I've been in that situation before. So just sometimes it means that you just have to be the bigger person in the situation. And like I said in that last episode about stress, we talked about a moment that I was very rude to Jason because I was stressed. And he was definitely the bigger person. He just cut me some slack. You realize that, she's stressed. So I know that she's going through a lot of stuff. So I'm not even going to, I'm just not even going to engage in that right now.
Which sometimes that's not the case. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times I get defensive and then I'm coming right back with some missiles. There's no point of that. So, you evolve.
Yeah.
You know? It's like, okay.
I cut Jason slack all the time because I'm the more patient person. Mm-hmm. So, if I had a penny for every time I cut slack, boy,
you'll have $5 maybe.
I will be a billionaire. Okay. Billionaire.
No, whatever.
Tip number 3, say thank you and show your love every day.
That's good. Thank you.
So
thank you, baby.
Jason, words of affirmation. So yes, he says this stuff a lot, but my love language is acts of service. So he came.
She want me to work.
Yeah. So last night he came in and helped me with the kids, get them ready for bed, which Jason normally does a bath. I bath one child and he bathes the other child. But a lot of times I'm putting them to sleep, by myself, like staying in the room. And you came in and helped me out. And that was just like, oh, he loves me. Now, he could tell me all day long, oh, Ashley, you're just such a great mom. You're doing such a good job. I really appreciate you. And I'm like, well, I'm still over here tired. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But coming in and helping me with something, oh, man, I'm just.
I don't even see it as a big deal. I just see it as, well, I'm just, helping her out.
Yeah. No. So, yes. So that was really good. So this article is saying that burned out or chronically stressed people feel undervalued and ineffectual. Knowing that you may just have to really reassure them,
Mm-hmm. I'd like to add to the note that, I'm glad I did help because that definitely touched her love language and I got a massage out of it. So, hey.
You sure did. Right. I felt loved. I felt all filled up, and so when
looking in my eyes and stuff. Man. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta really pay attention what your boo things love language is, because it can go a long way. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I need to help out more. Even though the more you help out, I think the more it becomes a norm, and then it's just something else you got to do.
Yeah. This is digressing a little bit, but someone described love as I'm supposed to be giving from my overflow. I'm supposed to be giving love. My cup is full and it's overflowing, and I'm giving you love from the overflow of my cup. I like that.
I like that too.
Yeah, because you filled me up, and then I was all full, and I'm just coming back and giving you some more love. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So that's how it's supposed to work. Recall your past successes together. I kind of think this is what we do. We have another episode called "We Get Married Every Year." Why we get married every year, or something like that, right? And I think that it is definitely important to just sit down and just like look at pictures, like talk about the great things that you've done.
Right.
Me and my best friend, we actually started doing like goals chat at the beginning of every year, and we do it quarterly. Jason and I have tried to start doing it, but we're not so diligent with it. We're gonna get there because I think it's important for our family, right? But my friend and I, we make sure that we take the time before we jump into what we want to do this year. We take the time to like really reflect on what we did get accomplished and celebrate those things, so it's really important. And if you're stressed out, a lot of times you don't even see like all the great stuff that you've accomplished. So taking the time to just really as a couple, celebrate together your past successes and how far you've come, I can definitely see how this can go a very long way.
Right. You paid off that car. You did some stuff that you did, a trip that you finally wanted to do. You got a chance to knock it out. That's worth celebrating.
Right. And then understanding that you have gotten over other stressful situations. And if we can do that, then we can do this.
So you can do it. I can do this. I can do that.
Yeah. Or I will,
Yeah.
I think Jason's, we kind of been in the fire for a long time as far as like different life circumstances. So when we got married, I was deployed for a year. We just had like a lot of changes. We've gone through a lot of things.
Had a 4-month-old baby girl traveling across from the East Coast to the West Coast.
Yeah. We've done some very stressful things together.
Yeah.
So we're just like,
getting your master's program, me working
crazy hours.
You going to school for crazy hours.
Yeah.
And
we're still here, and we stayed strong throughout all of that.
Purchased our first home in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy.
Yeah. Well, we're going to have to do a whole episode on that home buying situation, because Jason was not handling his stress very well. And I was
but I was doing 98% of the work though.
No. In that regard, but you weren't. I was taking care of the baby.
Okay. We was both doing some hardcore stuff.
Okay, but I handled the stress better than you.
But have you ever bought a house before?
Yes.
You bought a house before?
With you?
No, I'm saying before that time period.
No.
Oh, okay. So it's new stress.
Okay.
But you had
I never had a 1-year-old baby either before.
But you had experience being around a 1-year-old baby and take care of a 1-year-old baby, correct?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So it's just a little bit different. So you kind of been there, done that. You know what I'm saying? Buying a house is, we never done that before.
Yeah, well, buying a house is definitely a very stressful situation for a lot of couples. And so we definitely should do it. We will do an episode about that.
Okay.
Okay, next tip was do a little extra. If a person is burned out, they don't have the physical and mental energy to manage everyday tasks and errands. So, do a little something more. Sometimes you have to pick up temporarily doing some more household chores. So Jason was a champ. Well, yeah. I mean, you did a good job. Okay.
Oh.
You did okay.
What are you talking about? Let's hear what you're saying first.
When I was pregnant, you had to pick up some of the things that I would normally do because I was sick. I was so sick, you guys. Like, it was so ridiculous. I was nauseous all day long, and I was throwing up twice a day. It's just not fun. So I was stressed. I was driving an hour to work and an hour home from work, and I was, working, and we had another child, our oldest child.
Yes.
And so I'm specifically talking about being pregnant with the second. The first was difficult too, but not as difficult as the second. So yes, Jason had to go to the grocery store, and get some groceries, which is something that I would normally take care of. You just had to, he was with Jordan most of the time, which is our daughter. You were with her most of the time. So, you had to pick up, do a little something extra.
Yeah, I did do an excellent job at that. Not just all right.
Yeah. I mean,
see, I try. That's why I always.
I think
that's why I fight for my credit when she finally gives it to me.
I feel like you still expected too much out of me though. Like you really wasn't taking into account how much I was doing. Yeah. And it's like, well, I know it's tough for you, but it's tough for me too. So this is just a tough time.
Yeah.
And yeah, I need you to pick it up even more. Really.
Yeah.
Like, though I was still, in my opinion, still doing too much.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's just my opinion. Do something new together is the next tip. Well, this could be hard during the pandemic.
Yeah, but you can get creative. You can play board games that you never played before. Because a lot of times we kind of went away from the board games, but bring them back out. Go to Target, Walmart, get you some board games, get you Monopoly. That's why I love Monopoly. Because you're buying property. Mm-hmm. Love it.
Oh yeah, we need to teach our children that for sure. So Jason and I tried to do something new, but so for Jason's birthday, I cooked him a dinner that his favorite meal that I never cook. Right. I used to cook it before I had children. It just takes too long to cook, you guys. Like I have 2 children. Like I don't have time for this. It just takes too long to cook. And before I had my children, I used to cook it for him all the time, and he's been missing it. And so I was like, for his birthday, I'll cook this meal. I'll do this. And we tried to get dressed up. Like I read this somewhere, like, I'll do a date. My sister was keeping our kids, and I read somewhere, I'll get all dressed up and go downstairs and have a drink and do the dinner. So we did that, but we didn't really commit to the dressing up all the right way. So you was in your house shoes and I was in my
I actually was about to put my shoes on.
Yeah.
With no socks on. I was finna go all the way upstairs with no socks. Let me slide these dress shoes in.
Yeah.
My toes was fresh.
Yeah. I put on a dress and, put on some light makeup and did something cute to my hair. We didn't take a picture. We should have took a picture.
Yeah, we should have took a picture.
Yeah, but I still had on like my flip flops. Yeah. He was like,
hold on. Why you got flip flops on? I'm about to put my church shoes on.
Yeah. And I was like, no, I don't feel like putting on heels. Like we're in the house. Like
yeah, you could have put on some heels real quick. I should have had you put on some heels.
I know. I just don't like heels that much, so I just couldn't commit to it.
She can't walk 3 steps with heels on.
Well, I think when I was in the military, I just really didn't wear heels that much, and so my feet actually just don't like heels anymore. Because before that,
you talked to them.
Yes, I did talk to. They talked to me when I tried to wear them, and my what they say, dogs barking. Is that what? So. Okay, the last tip was let it be. And this just means sometimes just give your partner some space, Yeah. Just, you both recognize that this person is burnt out, and sometimes you just need to give them some space, and then they can come back and it may do them some good. Mm-hmm. And sometimes when I see Jason get stressed out, I said, do you need to take a break?
Like, HL. I need to get out of here.
With the kids, like I'm just not gonna beat them up and be like, well, why can't you just stop? Like, why? Blah, blah, blah. No, just do you need to take a break? Okay, go get yourself together, basically, and come back when you feel better. Yeah, So, in this article, the writer of the article was saying that her partner, and her went through a difficult time because her partner was having burnout, and she learned to just kind of do that. And, eventually in the long run, if you are experiencing a burnout, you do need to make some changes. And we talked about that in the last stress episode, but you do need to make some changes in your life.
Right.
Because you can't, if you're feeling like this, some things need to change.
Right.
And, it's not going to get better until you either learn how to deal with the stressors better, right, or you make some drastic changes. Like I felt like I couldn't go back to work,
right,
because it was just a lot, and we were moving very fast. We had been moving very fast, and I experienced the burnout. Like I just hit a wall, and it was like, no, I can't. I was going to try to go back and had every intention on it, but I just couldn't do it. Like, no, having a newborn is just really difficult. So sometimes it's just that, and maybe your partner just needs some time to, try to figure that out. So,
right.
The best way you can support that is to let it be.
Right.
So, yeah. What do you think about these tips?
I think they're great tips. Yeah, I think they're good to recognize that burnout, and you don't have to use all of them. You can use some of them. But I think it's a good thing. Start somewhere. So yeah. So yeah, that's it. That's all we have for today. That's today. So again, for everybody, we're gonna do a quick live discussion this Wednesday. It's gonna be 6 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Central, and 9 p.m. Eastern. We're gonna do it on Facebook Live, and then at the 15-minute mark, we're gonna start Ashley's documentary.
Yay!
So yeah, we're gonna do a live premiere. You can go to YouTube and watch it on your own, or you can come to Facebook and she'll be there answering questions and all that good stuff. Possibly even answering questions afterwards if some people are on there with us watching.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. So anything, babe? Anything else you got for the people?
No, I just hope everyone's keeping their head up, staying strong amidst this very odd time.
Yeah, and also, like I said, appreciate people that are ordering. We got masks on our website. As of right now, the masks are going out really fast, but some of our t-shirts and different apparel, because of COVID-19, it takes a little bit longer to print. Because it's a print-on-demand company, so they have to print the product, print the logo on there, and that takes a while, and then they got to ship it out. But the mask, you don't have to do anything to it. They got thousands and hundreds of thousands of masks. So if you want a mask, go to loveologypodcast.com and you'll find it. Just go to like the best-selling items, and I think it's like on the second page. Get you a mask. It comes in a 3-pack. So appreciate everybody, man. Appreciate your support. Appreciate the different countries. Ireland, man, y'all showing up and showing out. Thank you. We're still on the charts with you guys.
Yeah, awesome.
Thank you, United Kingdom. Thank you, Canada. Thank you, obviously, United States. So thank you for all the different countries listening to us, sharing our show. Hopefully we're able to add value to you guys, and we say if we can change just one person, that we're doing our job. And what's so crazy about it, it's been changing me. So if nobody's listening, I'm glad I'm listening to the podcast and being a part of it, because I am becoming a better husband, a better father, a better friend, just a better person. So
me too, honey. Shout
out to my wifey for all the research that she does and the hard work that she do. Despite COVID-19, despite 2 kids, despite pushing out documentaries, despite all this other stuff that's going on, you still doing these researches, you still reading these books, you still getting some quality content, and you pushing it every single week.
Yeah.
Come on, man. We've been doing that for a year, so shout out to my wifey for that. Shout out. Thank you, man.
I feel bad because I don't know how to give you words of affirmation like that.
Don't worry about that. Let me handle me. You hear me?
All I like to say is, Jason, you're awesome.
Thank you. That's well said. The love.
You touch your knee. How about that? I'm touching his knee, y'all.
Yeah, touch will come up a little bit higher. Come up to my thigh. All right, y'all, man. We love y'all. Catch y'all next time. Until next time. Peace out.
Bye. You've been listening to the Loveology Podcast. Did you have fun with us today? Tell a friend about our show. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter to keep the conversation going. Be sure to subscribe so you'll never miss an episode. Visit us at loveologypodcast.com. Thanks for listening. Until next time, Loveologists.